Video Game Podcast.
All right. YouTube streamers, audio podcast listeners, welcome to Level 857 Video Game Podcast. We discuss video game topics, events, and releases. But we all know why you guys are really here.
Who's with you guys?
We all know why you guys are really here. Let's check out these eccentric hosts.
Whoa.
Turbo 857.
Stop that. Yeah, we're gonna
Algae 857.
switch the intro. The 23rd Stallion.
Awesome.
And Styx is on his way.
He's going to be here, but we're going to hold the fort until he arrives. That's what's going to happen. You guys,
And we also have.
what we have?
Big Choco.
Nah, forget that.
Yo, you were about to continue without introducing
yeah.
Big Chalk.
Yeah, we went over it, man. We
Chalk,
went over
I'm sorry. The whole thing, Styx is not here. He threw me off.
That's why
But yes,
that's why the intro's changing.
we just gave him a purple mic to match with his 8-bit sprite. So it's throwing me off.
You know the thing I noticed
You're
about
using the mic as the excuse?
Yeah, Kev just he's
That's
just
what we're going with?
he's giving you a reason to retire him from the intro. This is basically he's giving us so many reasons. His time is almost done.
Not having.
But you know what I noticed about the intro, which is pretty funny. It's because Jay's in the middle. He has the green shirt. He's like the Lost Ninja Turtle. Because the rest of us have all the colors.
That's true.
Yeah, buddy.
That's true.
Leonardo over here.
That's
Leonardo all day.
Donatello, holla at your boy.
Wait, what is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
My favorite is Donatello.
Really? What about you, Al?
Leo.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It used to be Raph.
Fuck.
I know.
Why
He
you
changed it.
Why are you switching to my fucking game?
I know. It's my
Michelangelo.
fucking favorite.
Michelangelo.
It's my fucking favorite.
No one has Michelangelo. Take Michelangelo.
He's growing on me, but not
Michelangelo.
not.
He's a clown.
He's a clown.
He is.
But them nunchucks though.
He's the comic relief.
Before Styx arrives, we're gonna hold off the topic until he shows up. But anyone got any news? Any news?
I
No,
got some news.
I don't have shit.
I don't have video game news.
There wasn't really much news that was great that I saw, at least on the sites. that
I-
checked out.
I got some news.
Mm.
Read an article this morning about the new hack on the Switch, where what is it, like one of the ROMs or whatever?
Yeah.
If you're running a ROM or whatever, it's actually bricking systems.
They're doing a lot of piracy stuff. I heard that to go off of that, I heard that Nintendo started shipping the next version of the Switch consoles that have that vulnerability taken
out.
care of.
Right.
So that's pretty. They don't play around, and they also they're suing 2 big ROM sites as well.
Yeah, Paradise or some
They're not-
EMD Paradise or something.
Something like I think that's one of them. They're not playing
I
around.
actually like that ROM site.
No,
too.
it's not a game, man.
Not playing around.
But intellectual properties are kind of weird though.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's always been weird with that, because it's like, remember what's that game, Axiom? The game that's supposed to be like Metroid.
Axiom Verge.
Axiom Verge.
8-bit looking game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that was supposed to
16-bit,
be.
16.
It's supposed to be a game like Metroid.
That
The
shit's
guy
not
was a
16-bit.
huge
Mhm.
Metroid fan, so
Yeah.
he's like, he made a game like it, and
Yeah.
he got sued by Nintendo.
Nintendo sue?
Yeah.
Because I got it on the Switch, that game. I was
Yeah.
like, that. I guess
No, well, eventually.
they must have settled that lawsuit pretty
No,
well.
they settled it. But no, it was because fanfare and everything. They put it up on Steam, and it was like for years they kept taking it down, and they were fighting it, going against it.
Because it was like, it's not like a ripoff. Like, it's not
Right.
like, it's not Samus.
Right.
I don't even think there's like a wave. You take the wave beam, the ice beam, and
No.
everything. He's got different guns.
Right.
It's a different game.
There's so many like Metroid, what do they call them? Metroidvania games.
Yeah,
like,
there's a
whatever.
lot of 'em,
They're
man.
all. I mean, it's just a type of game now.
Right.
It's like stop trying to fucking sue people just for.
It's too
for-
much
Right.
like
Trying to kill
Well, it's like that.
creativity.
What's that other
Yeah.
game? That's like Castlevania. Damn it.
Bloodstain.
Bloodstain.
yeah.
It's like that. Like, they're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, as long as you don't call the character Belmont,
Right.
it's like it
be
should be
alright.
fair game.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it crosses that line between art inspires. So
Right.
it's something's gonna be like something or inspired by something. So it's a thin line.
Before Styx arrives, what is everybody playing right now?
I'm playing 3 games actually.
That would explain why Assassin's Creed Origins has been beaten the past
No,
year.
no,
That's not one of them.
That's
tomorrow.
definitely it's definitely not one of the games.
Or Assassin's Creed Origins, I'm playing that tomorrow, but it's easier to play games on the Switch. It's portable.
It
all right,
is
so
true.
it's all right. Octopath What is
Traveler?
that? Traveler, yeah, that game's
Right.
pretty good. And I've got to a very difficult boss. Oh my gosh. You have to level up
How many
sometimes.
hours
You
you
got to
got?
grind in that game.
Probably 25, maybe.
Jesus
yeah, I probably
Christ.
paid.
You
probably
have
Probably
to,
about
you got to
25.
grind a lot.
Sometimes you gotta grind. It's like they got like on the map you kind of see they have a recommended level what you should be at, and I'm kind of around that recommended level, but you still have to. You
Right.
can't just be at that level. You have
Right.
to have the right characters. You have
Mhm.
to have the right strategy. It makes you really think.
Right.
Like, all right, put this guy in your party. He's got this. He's got that. So it's crazy. But
Yes.
other than that, Donkey Kong. Well, actually, Mario plus Rabbids Donkey Kong DLC. I'm playing that as well.
I haven't started it yet, but yeah, well.
Awesome. Donkey Kong is a pretty. He's a different character.
Really?
He's a different character.
Stronger than
He's
Mario?
well, you start from the beginning as far as your stats and everything like that.
Of
so
course.
it's like he probably is going to grow to be stronger, but he can grab almost anything on the map. He can grab enemies.
Really?
He can grab allies. He throws them. You could throw an ally into another ally. You can grab a bounce block and throw it into an enemy. It's like, and when he's
shit.
got like he's got like vines.
Yeah, yeah.
There's certain icons he can go on. He's got vines. He can swing. He can go across the whole stage sometimes, and
So
it's
instead of jumping, like Mario could jump on
Mhm.
people, the enemies' heads and
Yeah.
shit. You can throw shit.
yeah. He doesn't. Yeah,
That's fucking cool.
Donkey Kong doesn't
That's different.
jump on someone to do a launch jump. He
Right.
could grab somebody and throw them into somebody else and launch them again. You know, and
Oh.
it's
Is it
Are
just
there-
him, or is there
are
like
there,
Mario in it, or no?
no, it's just him,
Just him?
Rabbid Peach, and Rabbid.
Oh, I fucking hate the rap.
Who's the
I
old?
had to
Who's
use
the old
Rabbit
guy?
Peach to beat the game.
Who's the old one? Cranky. Rabbid Cranky, who's
Yeah, yeah.
actually pretty good. He's
Yeah.
actually a pretty good character
Mm.
too. He's got some interesting abilities as well. But
Are there any barrels?
I see a barrel, the kind you kind of get in and get transported. You shoot. You know, like
Oh,
you
fuck.
kind of shoot through
Sticks
a
is
stage.
here.
Aw,
Sticks is
man.
here. Oh, fuck.
Damn
There
it,
he
man. We're
is.
having a good conversation.
Damn it.
There he
Just
is.
ruined-
Sticks is here.
God damn it.
Sticks is here.
He just killed everything.
But while we're on the
The
topic
team
of
is complete.
talking about games
Yeah.
Oh shit.
that we're playing, Never Stop Sneaking. That game
Tell me about that one.
It's freaking hilarious. It's a stupid ass game, but I can't stop playing it. It's
Right.
so stupid, but it's so fun. It's it's basically a spoof of Metal Gear, like the old school Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
series. It's like a top down,
Right.
sneaking around and like just killing people. But it's weird because there's no real buttons you press.
Mm-hmm.
It's just played with the analog, which is an
That's-
interesting way to play. So it's like, all right, just to give you an example, like there's a computer that you can hack into the computer.
Yeah.
So there's like footprints in front of it. So you have to stand your character in front of it,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll automatically start hacking away.
So you're
Oh,
just
really?
basically
But
putting him
there's
into spots, and he's just doing the action in
Right,
the
but
spots.
there's like a time meter though,
Mm.
like that lets you know how far the hacking is going.
Yeah.
So it fucks you up though, because sometimes you need to get that
Uh-huh.
information before the enemy is walking around the perimeter. So if he's getting close to you, you gotta hack like mad quick, and you have to do like it's all about timing.
Do you like choke him like in Metal Gear or?
Oh, he either if they spot you, he automatically shoots them. But you get limited bullets,
I
so
see.
it's not like, you know what I mean. Like you can't just go in there and just
start
know,
spraying?
automatically.
Yeah, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you gotta save your bullets. It's really cool. It's an interesting take
interesting.
on a. Whoa.
He's so excited about the game, he's knocking the mic over.
Yeah, right. Knock the shit right in him. No, it's a cool game, man.
That's interesting.
It's really, really cool.
Might pick that up eventually.
What are you playing, Chalk?
I'm still playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
God damn it.
Still playing Dragon Ball
I love
Fighter?
that game, man. I actually streamed just today, like a couple hours ago.
Nice.
It's a stream that Turbo should probably watch because
Shark.
he has no idea how easy I'm taking it
Oh.
on. So when we play, and Gears of War 4 is still playing Horde mode.
Still playing Horde mode.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago or maybe a week ago. Me and Mahmoud were playing. Start out with 5 players. Second round in, somebody dropped out. We got to wave 20. Other 2 people dropped out, so it's just me and Mahmoud from wave
Jesus.
20 to wave 50.
Oh my god.
What's his gamer tag?
we laid that game out. Like me and him
Yeah.
together, like because I use the scout and he uses the engineer,
Mm.
and I get extra money because I'm the scout, and he uses all the money to build all these damn defenses.
Nah.
So it's like any
Oh.
enemy that walks into our base is getting bombarded with bullets.
Oh, so you could just keep buying new stuff every round.
Or you don't even have to buy it. You can just repair it and upgrade it.
That's like on 3.
Oh, that's dope.
3 had that.
It's like
Yeah.
Aegis Defenders.
I was about to say it's like a 3D Aegis Defenders.
That's
Just
what,
keep setting
yeah,
up shit.
it's
Gears 3 had that.
It's so fun. It
Mm.
took
Gears
us
3.
way longer
Oh, yeah,
to
good.
finish
They started
Horde
Gears 3.
mode. It took us way longer to finish it than we would have if we had all 5 people, but we still just ran through it like we
That's
ran
dope.
over.
I still gotta mess with
It's
it.
fun.
I gotta mess with that.
All
And
five
for
of
Dragon
them
Ball, what
shit.
they're adding new characters still too, right?
I mean,
Base Goku and Vegeta.
I'm not happy about it because I mean that's the 4th Goku. Well, if you want to count Black, that'll be 5.
That's getting silly.
And then there's 3 Vegetas. It's like, dude,
You could have 3 Vegetas on your team. That's like, come on.
And there's no transform
That's silly.
mechanic.
but
you know?
not for nothing. If they did figure out a transform mechanic, it probably wouldn't work out too well because anytime you power up in that game, you get punished. Punished because even when you let go of the buttons, the power up animation stays for like maybe half a second, and you can get annihilated. So no one even really uses the power up feature when you're playing that game.
Too much of a.
It leaves
Dead
you way
time.
too open. Leaves you
Really?
way too open.
I heard the Switch one is gonna have 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks pretty
as
cool.
well as the 3-on-3s, right?
It should also have that co-op mode local. They haven't announced it yet, but it should do that because the Switch can. The online co-op thing that Chalk tried out.
It can't handle that.
No,
It can't handle that.
please. Like, please. It can handle online, but it can't handle 2 local Switches playing online.
Oh, on a
playing
side
co-op.
note, completely random. The WWE 2K19 is skipping the Nintendo Switch after the last year's debacle.
So did you see what
They
6
should.
players looked like?
No,
Oh man, it was molasses.
no, I did not.
It
see
was slow.
Really? See that.
Yeah. One player was like, okay, that may be a little tiny bit slower, but put multiple people on the screen,
They need
that
to
thing was
figure-
like slow
Damn it.
motion.
They need to figure
Oh.
something out.
They announced the collector's edition for that, and it's like
Ric Flair,
Yes,
Ric Flair stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ric Flair. And I think they include a Hall of Fame ring with it.
There's a lot of
Which is
like
insane.
cards, a lot of trinkets, a piece of his robe, playable DLC characters like Macho Man,
put that back.
Rowdy Piper.
man.
No, give me that.
Put that back.
Kev, you never even held that.
Hell yeah, I'm the champ. I'm the gold
Yeah,
champ.
but
mother-
it's just completely, just
Okay.
completely ruined the entire
Absolutely.
podcast.
You know
Just
what?
I
completely-
forgot. Oh my gosh.
That's not what you're playing.
Let me get that.
Mr. Perfect is the gold champ.
Moving on. All right, so I'm playing.
Rest in peace.
I'm playing. Well, I'm still kind of playing State of Decay 2 here and there, but I've been addicted to the Banner Saga for the Switch. I just bought part 1 last week, beat it in like 3 days, and I'm playing part 2. I think I'm halfway through
How
part 2.
many hours was part 1?
I think it's at 20.
20. That's decent.
Yeah, it's basically Game of Thrones. It's like you're reading a book and you're making decisions based, like every little decision you do. It's not like Telltales, like some decisions will have an effect.
Right.
Everything you do.
Can have dramatic.
Yeah, like I went to some. This doesn't give spoilers because I don't know. The names are so hard to pronounce. I can't even remember the fucking name. But I went to a town, and the dude who I thought was bad, I was like, all right, get out of here. And then there was a guy who was like, yeah, let me join you. This guy's crazy, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. Then later on, he's like, all right, I need to leave you guys. I got to go, this and that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it says, all of a sudden, this guy stabs you in the stomach. I'm like, wait. I was like, wait, what? I was like, he stabbed me in the stomach, and all of his men start killing your men. And then one of my characters gets stabbed through the back. She falls. She's dead. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What did I just do? Did I just end my game?
Wow.
And it like turned out that like my character got stabbed and like he was just like coughing up blood, and someone had to come save me. And the person who I thought was dead got saved by somebody. But like mad shit went down, and I'm like, every decision I'm nervous. Every
Right.
decision I'm nervous. But I think
Wait,
part
does the story carry over? Like the,
yeah, same
Yeah.
shit, same shit
So
carries over.
Yeah.
Stats, all that
Yeah.
carries
oh,
over.
really?
Yep, carries right over.
And
It's
I think
it's
that-
it's
isn't
the
the third
same
one?
game
The third one's coming out.
in like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. And the fucked up thing is I read something because I was like, all right, what's the difference between these games? Because they play the same. It's like the
Right.
same fucking game.
Okay.
They added like 2 things that are a little different in
Okay.
part 2. I don't care. It's
Right.
still, it's whatever. Part 3, I think they said there's permadeaths in battles. And I'm like, fuck this game. I can't. Because people die every battle. And there's only 6 of us.
I hate that shit, man.
I'm like, I can't.
Permadeaths are not fun.
That's not
Why?
cool.
Why
At least
don't
in
you
at least in Fire Emblem you got 12 guys and you could like, I
Can
got
reset.
6 people and I'm surrounded by 8. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Fight carefully.
But it is it's a different way of playing strategy role players compared to Fire Emblem and Shining Force. Obviously, I prefer the Fire Emblem Shining Force way, but this is actually pretty cool. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's It's very good. It's addicting, and they make you pay. They make you pay for your
I
decisions.
watched it. It was interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. No, you would get interested in it, but it's just the battles. Like if you're
They're
not,
tough. I got it for free on PS4.
Mm.
I played 2 battles. First battle was like the tutorial battle. I'm like, all right, this is not too bad. Second battle, I died mad fast. I was like, wow, what the fuck? I was like,
not to get too much into it, but the thing that's different. There's like 2 gauges. There's a armor and there's a strength, and your strength is basically your HP. So if I have 18 strength, and I'm at the top, I'm gonna hit you very hard. But if you get me down to 1 energy, I'm taking away 1.
wow.
So, but if you have 18 armor and I hit you, I'm taking away 1. So I got to knock down your armor first, then I can take crazy damage. So you have to build your strategy around, all right, I got to take down your armor, but I can kill you with 1 hit. But I don't want to waste. It's cool. It's cool.
It's a lot of planning.
But it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of thought involved.
There's a lot of thought.
It's like a chess game, but
Yeah,
it's
I wasn't
it's
playing it like that, man. I was like, all right, let me boop, dead.
no. I'll be done with part 2 by like this week. I'll be done with that shit very easily. I'll have part 3 by next week, easily. Run through that whole shit.
Right in time for release.
What are you playing, Jay?
Yeah, all right.
I'm not playing anything right now.
Really?
Yeah.
No?
You're not a real
I mean,
gamer.
I played.
What God of
I
War?
was playing Mario Tennis. I beat God of War.
Oh, you beat God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was playing like Mario Tennis and stuff, and I was a little thrown aback by how difficult it was. I wasn't really feeling that game that much.
That's what they said.
I was like, yo, what happened to like? I just want to play tennis.
What's
This
your
is crazy stuff.
what's your
that-
next
boss
game you're
battles
thinking
and
of playing?
I'm not sure.
I have a
Not sure.
suggestion. How about Verizon? I said Verizon.
Verizon.
Verizon, your phone network.
AT&T.
AT&T.
Horizon?
Horizon, yeah.
I was thinking about it.
You should.
Well, what's it called? Octopath Traveler. I was thinking of next, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, Kev's already.
Oh.
Horizon is good.
It's awesome.
Actually, I started playing it, and I'm about 5 hours in, and it was a really good game, but it's fucking long.
Horizon?
It's an open world game.
No, it's Verizon.
Oh.
Well, I was stupid hooked on God of War though. Like I was fighting the Valkyries. I got there, I beat it.
But
Everyone
that's
says the same thing. It's just
It's so hard.
it's the only thing that you play.
not, you can't say anything about it because you just have to experience it. It's,
Yeah.
one,
It's
it's
great.
one of those games you have to
It's
just
great.
you just have to play it.
But I got addicted. Like the fighting in it.
Right.
Like I was like, oh, this is different.
It feels like
And
God
then
of
I was
War.
like, wait, this is God of War.
Yeah,
Hold
it
on.
feels like
See, that's why I play one at a time because I get addicted to multiple games. Like this fucking guy who hasn't beaten Assassin's Creed in the past year.
It's gonna be.
I play one at a time so I could actually beat something.
Look, they level lock the freaking levels, man.
Oh, so you can't kill because you suck.
You can't just play main quest. They make you play the side quest. So
It's
you
been
can
like a
level
year
up.
and a half.
They
Dude,
do
it's
that.
been a long time. No one
that's
has a
how,
year
This
into
is
this
the
game.
design of the game. It's Ubisoft, all right? It's Ubisoft's fault.
Horizon is like
I
that.
think it's kind of your fault. 'cause
Just give me
you're
the
not Playing it.
Stop hating.
I'm not.
How much they pay you?
Not
No,
enough.
Horizon is like that too because you can't just go to main quest and main quest.
Mm-hmm.
They force you to do side quests. Now the side quests are dope, but sometimes you have to backtrack to go to another quest, and then you get stuck into, without spoiling anything, but just you get stuck where you have to like grind and like you can't go to the other part of the map
Yeah.
without grinding and
Right.
getting your character up.
Well, I said I wasn't gonna do that in God of War. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just go through the game, play the regular stuff. I did every inch of that game.
100%?
No,
Not 100. No, hell no.
Uh,
But I'm saying I did a lot, like
Oh,
a
right.
lot of side stuff.
you know what?
A
I was
lot.
impressed with. I was impressed with the
That's a
boss
good game.
battles because I was like, you know, I'm like, oh wow, the boss battles look all right in the presentation when they showed the, you know, in E3.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is God of War, whatever. It's much to be expected.
Nah, it's
But
cinematic.
that shit is fucking cinema. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I'm part of a fucking movie. And I'm playing. I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing.
And
oh,
dragons.
oh shit. I'm
Does
playing.
he reveal how he survived stabbing
Shut
himself?
up.
Jesus,
God damn
dude.
it, man.
dude.
How about- how about no?
For all the
No,
people
but
who haven't
it's-
played it.
No
It's
spoilers
really,
alerts,
it's
man.
really, really good, man.
This is years and years after the other games. Relax.
Kev hasn't.
I know,
we-
but I want him to explain
Relax.
how
Relax.
he's.
No one knows because no
Yeah,
one played
because
them.
you mean the series I didn't start
He
yet?
jumped in
Then
the
I was
ocean.
I was thinking of starting it. Did you want to continue to ruin
Well,
it
too
for me?
bad. How, 10 years? 10
How
years?
what's
too late?
what's
I
how
mean,
it
we can
what's
talk
how
about
it,
Assassin's
All
Creed
right,
Origins
so-
because it's older.
Yeah.
What are you playing? Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, talk about it.
So
Doesn't
that's, is everybody?
Oh, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Is that everybody
I
for
mean,
who's playing?
yeah. I mean,
You
everyone.
went. Yeah, you
Everybody
you
went.
Kev's playing like 9 games.
Like,
Yeah.
And none of them are being streamed.
Yeah, exactly. No, Assassin's Creed Origins was supposed to be streamed,
It's-
but that's
it's
like got
happened.
90 streams because he doesn't really go further than wherever he
No,
is.
it's,
Do you
it's
have any-
happening.
Nah, it really is easy to
Is
get
anybody
lost in
following
that
you on
game.
that?
What?
Is anybody following you on that?
No one's waiting.
Yeah,
for
and they're
that.
like, can you beat the fucking game? I'm following him. Beat the game.
Like, I beat it already 3 times.
Because he probably doesn't stream, 10 minutes of Assassin's Creed Origins today. We're done today, guys. So, well, no, 10 minutes. No, you got to do longer than that, Kev.
In 10 minutes, you can't even go through a base, man.
You better do 3 hours and cut it to 10 minutes.
Seriously.
That's what we had to do.
Yo, let me get another beer.
My videos are at least a half hour long. Okay, they're at least a half hour.
Half-hour Assassin's Creed.
On a
That's like
40-hour game.
Yeah, good job, Kev.
Yeah, right.
It's like 10. Nah, it's like 7%.
I got
Bye-bye.
15 videos already. 15 videos of Assassin's
Just
Creed.
kill that stream and then
Another
beat the game.
15 and you'll beat it.
Yeah, exactly. Another 15, it'll be over.
If I live stream,
Next
if I live stream freaking God of War, that was like 9-hour days. I'm not live streaming that.
Yeah.
It might be another 10 videos before I'm
started.
done, but I'm going to get it done.
So
started.
I guarantee I will play the next Assassin's Creed before I even touch this
It
game.
might yes.
I
Probably.
guarantee.
Probably.
Might happen.
It might be out for Switch by then.
It'll probably be off the Switch, but imagine.
Can't deal. Yo, let me get another beer.
All right, so as you get your beer, let's get to the topic at hand.
That
of
what that
today's
was, the topic,
podcast.
dude?
No, it wasn't the topic.
Yes.
All right, the topic is serialized video game television.
Video game cereal? I like video game cereal.
Not cereal. Yeah. All right, we can talk about freaking Nintendo cereal.
That was good.
You
I
want.
like that. Yeah, I like the Zelda one.
No, we're not talking about that.
Of course you like this other one.
The Mario one
Same
was good.
thing. Garbage.
Wow. Quick shout out. Got
So-
a quick shout out.
Re-
Quick shout out to Josh. I see him watching. What's up, Josh?
What up, Josh?
Josh.
Oh
going, Josh?
yeah.
What's good?
Going on.
Yes.
Going on.
Absolute.
All right. So we're gonna talk about the recent release
Mhm.
of Uncharted.
Yeah.
It was a fan movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it starred a Hollywood person. So this is not usually the case for these types of things.
Wait, don't mean to cut you off. Everyone saw it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was dope.
No, I didn't see it.
Of course you
You
did.
serious?
Sure thing.
I sent
I-
you the
Wait,
link.
I didn't
Dude,
get a chance to
Dude,
watch.
you had a week
I
to
sent-
watch this
I
shit.
sent you the
Wait,
link
wait,
today.
wait.
It was
First
12
with the
minutes.
first with the Neo Geo bullshit.
I knew he was
Acting like he didn't fucking watch.
I knew he was
Do you
gonna
want to
watch
do anything for the
I
podcast?
do. Look, I do.
Anything?
It's the truth. It's look, man. Look.
Look,
There's a lot
what?
going on.
What?
Lot
What's going on? 15 minutes out of your
you
life.
gave me like I couldn't press. The
You don't
thing.
do shit.
Kev, you
The
got that 3 days ago.
building.
on,
the-
dude.
The
What is
building though, it's like my building's like it's got bad service.
You
I
can't get
wasn't-
12
I
minutes of
couldn't-
YouTube.
I couldn't.
What, you're never
I
home?
can't get
Before
YouTube
you go to
on my
bed.
job. I
15
can't
minutes. You
It was
take,
on your
dude.
phone?
You take
It was
15. You
crazy.
take
You can
15
get on
minute
your phone.
shits.
It was,
You can get on your phone. It's not an excuse.
And you have longer than a 15-minute train ride.
Yeah.
It's-
Serious.
Yes.
Thank
you know
you.
how bad
Exactly.
the service is when you go through the tunnel though, and when you come
What
out.
Wait, no, you're
tunnel?
not.
But
You
it's-
can't.
but
It's a 40-minute ride.
But it's
All
good.
right, let's talk about it.
It's good enough.
Oh my
Let's
god.
Let's get on with it.
But
Let's
it's
go.
good enough for the Switch, though, right?
Oh
Go
my
with
god, dude.
Let's go.
I'm just
I
curious.
can't.
Terrible.
I can't.
Switch
I can't.
doesn't need a. It doesn't need a.
You know what's funny?
Wow.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I knew he didn't watch it. I just wanted to make sure that
I do
everyone
too.
in the world knew that Kev doesn't participate in the podcast.
That's not true. That's not true. I do a lot of research.
So cut Kev's mic off.
Yeah, exactly. Cut Kev Michael.
Nope.
Sit there with
Good
your
idea.
stupid
Nope.
belt.
I did. I watched other serialized shit. All right. I've done the
No,
Mortal
you haven't.
Kombat. I've checked out the Street
No,
Fighter.
you
So
haven't.
I've done. Yes, I
No,
have.
you
I watched all
So
that.
back on topic.
Mhm.
So Nathan Fillion, he was known for was it Castle? He was better known for Firefly and Serenity. He was the guy that everyone in the gaming community wanted to be Nathan from Uncharted.
Nathan Drake.
So yeah, but he originally he looked like him. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's ages now. It's like 10 years later. So even I was like 18 years later.
Yeah, he had that
basically.
old neck.
So he's older now.
That old
But-
neck.
Relax over there.
The old neck.
Wow.
Damn.
Jesus, man.
I'm sorry, he
let
had
it
the
go.
old neck.
Let it
A little,
go.
a little
So-
critical.
for the fans of the series,
Mad rude.
he
Old
said,
neck.
so they are working on Uncharted movie, by the way. But it's not him, obviously. But just because of the fans, he said, listen, let's throw some money into this and let's make this little short film here. And this has happened before, not with him, obviously, but with Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
There was Mortal Kombat. What was it? Legacy. It was
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Legacy.
They came out with
I remember that.
like a 10-minute short.
Right.
Yep.
With what you call it? Spawn.
Michael Jai White.
Spawn.
Mhm.
as Jax.
Yeah.
And that was dope. That was dope. They had like Baraka in it, and they had they just did a short just to see if a new reboot would work.
Didn't they
Right.
do it as like a April Fool's too? They were like, "Oh, it's
Not
coming."
really.
Not really.
Not really.
I thought
No.
I thought someone hyped it up. It was like a April Fool's.
Nah, they
I'm
just
sorry.
did it-
I think it was Zelda.
I was gonna say
it was
yeah.
Zelda. I think it was Zelda.
That was
Definitely.
Zelda.
Yeah,
they
Zelda
do that
app
shit
done.
every year for like
Yeah,
3 years.
yeah.
But this one was done serious and it was violent,
Mm.
and it could work. Like they do that as a pilot. I don't think they just throw it out there just to throw it out there. Like they spend money on it, they make it look good. They want to see if there's somebody willing to throw in some money to make it an actual movie.
Right.
So they did make another YouTube. Was it on YouTube? I think it was just YouTube for the Mortal Kombat thing.
Right.
So they did make a mini series based off of kind of like that. It wasn't as violent, obviously, because you can't ever get what you really want. But they did that over. So they did have a short serialized thing online, which was pretty successful considering that the last Mortal Kombat was complete trash. What was that, Annihilation?
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Wait, was there 2 or 3? There was 2.
That-
right?
no, it was just
Two.
two.
There was 2. Okay.
And Annihilation made sure there wasn't a third.
Yeah.
Well, the third
That
they
rating.
have his legacy now. they did put that on a DVD.
First of all, that rating though. And
That
and
rating.
Annihilation.
And
When he had the vest, took the hat
He
away.
didn't even have the hat. He had a ponytail.
Oh, you mean Billy?
Oh,
You mean?
no, he
Billy
didn't even
Idol.
have the ponytail.
No, it was Billy Idol.
Because right now they've only figured out how to make movies about video games successful if it's cheesy enough to be good because
not
it's
for nothing.
cheesy.
They recasted
Here's
the
a question,
whole
though.
cast for that
Yeah.
segment. Except for Liu
Johnny
Kang
Cage.
and
No, Johnny Cage was there.
no.
Yeah,
they
he was.
No, he was.
Oh,
in
that
the
was a
movie.
different dude?
Yeah, he got recasted too.
He was only on for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he
what?
got killed.
Annihilation, right?
Yeah.
He was the dude from Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Recast.
I remember, yeah.
That
They couldn't even
entire-
get the guy to show up for 2 minutes.
No.
And they killed him.
And that guy's career wasn't even good. Why couldn't you show up for 15 seconds to get
Fucked
killed?
Oh, man.
because he knew what kind of a shit show that was gonna
He's
be.
like, nah, I ain't about this life.
That's
But
when the movie went
after
downhill.
that movie destroyed that whole franchise, basically. Well, actually, did they come out with the 3D version? They had a 3D.
No, they didn't.
No, they had like a 3D, like a reboot.
Hmm.
They had like a cartoon that was it was disgusting. It was
the Mortal
horrible.
Kombat cartoon.
Yes.
I
No,
saw that.
no, not that.
Not
There
the
was
American one that I'm
No,
thinking
no,
of.
no,
Not that
not
one.
like G.I. Joe.
Okay.
No, no.
yeah.
They had like a
Dreadful.
3D one, like reboot.
Mm.
Like it was 3D graphics.
I didn't see that shit at all.
Ew.
It was only on DVD, I think, and I had it. I looked it up
I missed that.
recently.
How bad?
I looked it up recently. It was god awful. If you ever look it
How
up,
is a cartoon gonna be worse than the movie?
it was
And it's
way
only
worse.
on DVD.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
This is when they first figured out what a polygon was, and they tried to make a
Oh.
movie. it was real bad.
Yikes.
But
That's terrible.
they realized they couldn't do that anymore, so they came out with that little short, and it was still successful because it wasn't too long, and it actually fleshed out characters.
And, it wasn't
And you
campy.
can't do that in a movie. Like you can do that. Say if God of War came out, I wouldn't want that serialized.
Nah.
I want that to
No.
be a movie
Yeah,
because they can pretty much break that up into a movie.
Yeah.
Which is good. They
Absolutely.
should do that.
Because the game is
Do
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
The game is
But
broken.
certain games.
You gotta trust who's making it. Like they have to have a passion for video games. You get these idiots that are in charge with a lot of money. They ruin awesome franchises.
But it has to be the right game because
That's true.
Mario Brothers movie.
Don't ever do Mario.
No.
As a cartoon.
You know what
No.
though?
That's gotta be a
As a
cartoon.
cartoon.
They're doing it. Though.
Ever
As a
do
cartoon.
Mario.
They are doing it.
Cartoon's
it's a
fine.
cartoon,
Cartoon's
though.
fine.
They're doing it as a cartoon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Angry
So there's
Birds.
only certain ways they could do
Yeah.
certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you do a Final Fantasy,
Right.
you can't do that in a movie.
Right.
Unless
Nah, it has to be
unless you do
CG.
it like
You gotta be
Lord of the
careful.
Rings, and you gotta
You
have
gotta
the
be
right story.
careful. Final Fantasy, you gotta
Final
be
Fantasy- no,
careful.
Final Fantasy.
You gotta have the right
It's either,
storyline.
it's either
You can't do live action.
It has to
Final
be
Fantasy.
CG,
Nah.
and you're
It
right.
would be
with
cool.
No.
with the right storyline
Yeah.
because there was a CG Final Fantasy that was.
No,
I remember.
No,
And
but
then-
if you're doing it like the freaking game, it's got to be at least a 40-hour series. Like
Right.
you can't do it.
Exactly.
At least a 20-hour. You
Yeah.
can't do it. You got to
Okay.
do it
Well,
like
the games are so long, you can't do it all in 2.5 hours.
No, if
Not
you're
unless it's a
introducing-
new
Right.
kind of story.
unless you
but
deal with one character and like how they're doing like Castlevania because
yeah.
they're introducing characters in there. It's kind of like a role player, but they're not really dwelling on anyone but the main character.
But that's
Right.
a good point. I'm glad you said Castlevania because Netflix is a good platform for
Yes.
that type of.
Yeah, I was thinking that
episodic-
also. Yeah, Netflix works a lot.
You
It
know,
worked well for the
absolutely.
Marvel
Listen,
fucking shit
Because
too.
I was going to
Yes.
get to Marvel.
Yeah.
So, as we know, comic book movies they weren't always good. They were pretty bad, just like video game movies.
Yeah.
And then they figured it out around.
Blade.
Well, they did figure out around
Catwoman.
Blade. No.
Oh,
They
shit.
figured it out around Blade,
The Phantom.
and then
I'm
X-Men kind of tried to fix it, because they kind of went the
Well,
wrong
Blade wasn't
season.
bad.
No, Blade was good.
Blade was
good.
That's when they
Yeah.
figured out how to do a movie.
Yeah, Blade was dope.
It's still slept on,
Yeah.
Blade
but
slept on.
it's not considered like big mainstream until X-Men the movie came
Yeah.
out,
Right.
which is still trash. I mean, X-Men 1 was not that great. if you go back and watch it.
I watched
It
it
did
again.
change. It did change
It doesn't stand the test of
No.
time.
It doesn't
It
age
doesn't
well.
hold up.
Yeah.
For the time,
I
But
saw
at
it
the
all.
time, I was
Time was
happy.
good.
Yeah.
I was happy that it came out the way it
Right.
did.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
more like Mortal Kombat was good.
The sequel was dope though.
X-Men 2
Sequel was
stands-
better. Much
X-Men
better.
2 stands the test of time.
Much
X-Men-
better.
X-Men
Two's probably
The
the
Last Stand,
Nightcrawler.
not so
Two's
much.
X-Men 3 was
Nightcrawler-
awesome.
Nightcrawler.
Two's probably the best one. Two's probably the best one.
Yeah.
But
What'd you just
I'm
say?
saying though, they figured it out then. And then when Spider-Man came out, it was all done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was when they really did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you can make any comic book movie great. And then the Marvel Universe, obviously.
And then they hit Spider-Man 3.
But
I'm sorry.
yes.
I'm
Then
sorry.
They got arrogant. Is what happened.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
arrogant. That's
usually
exactly
they don't make
what
it
it
3
was.
movies. That's
Yeah.
why they had to do the MCU.
No, they had too much going on though.
Yeah, you got too arrogant, cocky.
You have to think bigger when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with video games, that's never happened. Trilogies in a video game franchise have never happened in the theater.
except
No.
for Tomb Raider.
Not a trilogy.
It's not
Yeah.
a direct
No.
trilogy.
Well, not a trilogy.
Not a
you're
trilogy.
right.
Not a-
It was
there-
a- it
there were
was
3
two
movies,
Yeah.
but not a.
Yeah.
It's
Not
not
a
like a
trilogy.
direct.
They
Oh
always
no,
kill
wait,
it.
no, I'm sorry. Not Resident Evil is actually a long. That's the
Yeah.
longest running
That's
franchise.
the.
Yeah.
They just
Maybe
put.
right
They
there.
just
They
put
made
the
6.
name on it.
You got me there.
Yeah, just put a name
Resident
on it.
They
Evil
made
has
6 of
like
those.
fucking-
They had
yeah,
to make a
they made
Resident
6
Evil
of them.
universe, though. That's not the game.
Yo, people watch it. It's
I
so
know.
much-
People do like that movie,
You know
but
what?
it does suck balls.
Why?
You know what? Here's what I have to say about it. Here's what I have to say.
They made it their own thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
The appeal of Resident Evil, the movies,
Cheese.
right?
Cheese.
It is cheesy.
Mm.
It's fucking
Campy.
corny, very campy.
I tried to like part 1.
It's
tried.
It's the same type of people that watch the
Transformers.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Yep.
And listen, it's not knocking if you like those
It's a
type of
very.
movies.
It's a. You get a lot thrown at you. Oh my God, there's crazy shit
Yo.
going on. Story doesn't matter.
Right.
Just action.
No,
All
they're
right,
fun.
cool.
They're fun.
Whatever. It's fun. It's a fun ride.
It's a fun movie, and it's like it's not knocking anybody who likes it.
Yeah.
It's just saying that
It's nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like
nonsense.
You're not
a
going to call it
popcorn
Resident
flick.
Evil, though.
It's like,
not
like
gonna
for
win.
example, this is a little bit of a stretch, but Fist of the North Star, the anime movie, it's nonsense. I
Right.
love it to death.
Not that
I
live
love
element,
it to
though.
death.
No,
it's,
that
it's not.
so
I'm,
good.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even gonna go there.
Whoa.
I'm talking about the anime, the storylines, the meat-headed small heads,
Right,
people's head. It's nonsense, but
There's
I
an
love it
appeal.
to death.
It's
You're dead.
entertaining.
There's a huge appeal.
Right.
There's a huge appeal
Nah,
for
I
it.
got it.
Yeah.
There's an appeal for bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's made bad,
Bad,
it has to be
bad
on purpose.
borderline
It can't be.
cool, maybe.
It's got to be on purpose, and
Yeah.
it's got to be okay. I know what I'm watching. But if you're in there and you're thinking of it being something else and it's not, then you're
Yeah,
failed.
yeah,
Then you're
yeah.
miserable.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
like
But-
I'm sorry, Charles. Go
After
ahead.
I saw the first Resident Evil movie, I was like, it was okay.
They might be able to fix this.
Yeah, no, and
That's
you know
what you think, because
And
they
that's-
added Jill to part 2.
Yeah.
and not for nothing, like
I
I
like
feel-
the character.
I feel like the series got better as it went on, but it was just never quite
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Mm.
And like,
It's sci-fi shit.
because number 1, I was like, all right. Then I was invested in number 2, and I really liked 2. And then 3 came out, and I was like, and then 4, 5, and 6 came out. Or
And
4
you were
and
like,
5,
let
and
me
I was
wait.
like- I
Let
was
me
like,
watch this
all
on DVD.
No, I saw them. I saw them.
You saw them all.
I saw them all.
You saw it
In
in
theater?
3D? Oh, you
Yep.
did not see it in 3D.
I've only seen.
No, I did not see.
You
the
didn't spend
3D.
that extra $6.
I've seen.
I
5
saw the
of them.
matinee.
I seen
saw the-
part
You've
of
seen
one.
5
That
of
was
them?
it. Wow.
I've seen some of 1 and some of 2.
I've seen them all.
Never seen it
I
straight.
haven't seen the last one that came out.
I
but
saw the last one.
You did?
I
Yeah.
saw parts of the last
It was
4.
bananas.
Really?
And you know what's
The
messed
last
up?
one was
It
just.
looked bananas. when I
It
saw
was
the-
just bananas, and I mean,
Was that zombies in the sewers and
it
stuff?
cre-
Was that the last one? Or the one before it?
it was before that.
Leon's
Oh,
in
yeah.
him, right? He,
Yeah,
he
no, that
comes
was a
in
good
later.
one.
And
that
it
was
just-
actually entertaining.
They created their own
It was so
universe.
With the-
They created their own universe, and it kind of just capped off the storyline for the main character.
What about Umbrella? Did they finally like? You're in the last. What was it? The 5th one, I think it was. They go into the Umbrella headquarters or whatever.
Mm.
Who cares?
Do they go any further with that, or what's going on? With that?
Yeah, they found like the final Umbrella headquarters, and yeah,
You know what's funny? As they took their own spin on it,
Yeah.
added the characters from the original game and just threw them
Got
in
worse and
whatever.
worse and worse.
Yeah, just throw them in there. It's just like
yeah.
Yeah.
get this shit
Well,
out
that's
of
not
here.
that's not how you do it. So if they
No.
did a show about it, I would watch Resident Evil as a show.
That would be awesome.
That would
Like,
be a-
say-
One hour-
so-
Because
hour
it'd be like
long
Walking
show?
Dead, because it's like
Yeah.
you got to pace it out.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
pace it out.
But like I was saying about the Marvel stuff, so they had the movies. Yeah, obviously that's not what we're talking about the video games. We're talking about how Marvel on Netflix works. So
Right.
10 episodes, you get to flesh out the characters, you get to do their storylines, you get to do individual stuff. That's how they should approach video games. as far as storytelling.
I think for some of them it
Agreed.
works very well.
For most of them, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. I mean,
they
like
cracked the code, man. I'm telling you, bit by bit, you cracked it.
the funny thing is, when
like
it comes
Bit
to
by Bit.
Uncharted, to be honest, I think it works either way. Because Uncharted, it's a
It could be
fucking,
an
You can
it's a
do it
movie.
like an epic
It-
movie.
it-
It's,
be an
it's,
epic
it's
movie.
Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana Jones.
God of
Yeah.
War, Uncharted.
Yeah.
But in order not to copy
But
Indiana
you
Jones,
can do a Netflix of that too.
do the Netflix.
Yeah.
You could do a Netflix of that also.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it's
because you
true.
got so many characters you got to develop, like Sully and all those other people. You could do that through episodes.
I'd love to see a Devil May Cry series.
That's actually a good
I'm-
idea.
There's
Cartoon, I'd
an
love to
anime
see that.
series. They
No, I saw the anime
Yeah.
series. I mean, and that's good.
They
but
the same people that did Castlevania on Netflix are doing an Assassin's Creed.
We'll
with
see
the
how that
cartoon.
works.
Yeah,
We'll see if they
it
figure
worked
out.
better than the movie.
You
Yeah,
know what I
well.
just thought of?
Whoa.
It has to.
Oh, man.
It
It
doesn't work.
has to.
It doesn't work for everything though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just
Well,
thought of.
Street Fighter was another.
I was gonna say Tekken.
Not Tekken. That was a movie. But that was a movie.
Whoa.
though. That was a movie
Whoa.
though.
No, they
I
made
know.
like
No, that was-
multiple Tekken movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I
bad.
saw it. I actually didn't mind it.
I saw,
There must
No,
have
they
been a
did
lot.
some
There
stuff
must have
wrong.
been a lot of women in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, no,
I
that was
didn't-
Dead or Alive. That was Dead or Alive. That was fine.
Dead or Alive was
Tekken.
Did you like the story? There was a
Dead or
story?
Alive was not.
What
No,
story?
Tekken's story was garbage. I admit that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it was
trash.
just so. I caught like the last 40 minutes of it, and I'm just like, what is going on here?
Well, that's not a story
However-
that is gonna work at all.
Well, to give
that
it,
story doesn't work.
To give him credit though, the story in the game is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't make anything with
And
that.
you got a
story-
like
the
90-year-old
story of the game
dude still fighting, beating people
It's
down.
horrible. It's a bad story. When you play story mode, it's like.
But
this is
with
like-
Street Fighter, they've done movies with it.
Yeah.
Terrible movies, by the way.
The
But
animated ones
they
have
have-
been good.
Anime
though.
one's decent.
Anime 1 is great.
Just two.
No,
There was
there's
just one
Street
that was
Fighter
good.
Alpha.
Alpha's trash.
No, there was one good one. There was one good one.
Street Fighter 2
Alpha
V.
was
I like the
dope.
Alpha
which
series.
is the one with the fake Bigfoot dude at the end as garbage.
Alpha.
That is garbage.
There was more than
dare.
one that was good though.
Don't you dare
I
tell me
can't
that's
remember. I
good.
can remember. There
No,
was
Street
That
Fighter
fake-
2V.
that
Street
fake
Fighter
Street Fighter
2V
2V
was
the
good.
series,
Street
that
Fighter
was
2V was
2V
good.
was good, but that's serialized.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's serialized.
yes.
That works. With a
Yeah.
story with that many characters, that works serialized.
Yes.
I
Not
thought
as a movie,
Street
because you end
Fighter
up with
Alpha was ill.
Ken and Ryu as thugs who don't mean anything. Like that's what happens when you're doing a movie with that. Because there's too
Well,
many
Street
people. You have
Fighter-
Guile.
Street
USA
Fighter-
Guile should never have been Van Damme.
Well, no, Street Fighter
Why
should
would they-
never. Street Fighter
They
should
were
never
armed.
be a movie with with actors.
No.
It should never
They
ever.
were,
It's like Dragon Ball. It
wait.
should have never had actors in
And
the
not,
fucking
and not
movie.
for nothing.
Ken and Ryu were arms dealers.
See, exactly.
terrible.
You let Hollywood take the shit, and they'll fucking take a shit on it.
Yeah.
Arms.
But
They
but-
were.
And you
They
know
were.
what's, I just read a tweet that Van Damme was coked out of his mind the entire movie.
Oh,
What a
I
shocker.
don't believe that.
Did you see
No.
the music video he did with Deion Sanders? Take a peek at that shit.
I don't believe that.
He
I
was
don't believe
coked
that.
out of his mind.
yeah, he was.
I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
I literally just saw that yesterday. I'm like, that is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
But when they did the Street Fighter, what was it? It wasn't on YouTube.
Street Fighter
Was it?
2V.
Wasn't it on like
The-
V90 or whatever the hell that shit was?
Machinima or something like that.
Oh, it was on Machinima. Yeah. Okay, so it was on there first, and then they had another one that was on like a different thing that I didn't get to watch. But the one that they had on there when they were messing with Akuma, that was a pretty dope show. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but
Yeah.
it was good enough for me to watch, and it was entertaining.
The thing is, I always hate
Mm.
certain things that are like when you put actors to them.
But it was about
even,
the way
it
they
wasn't
did
bad.
it,
No,
though,
that wasn't bad.
with the Dark Hadou and stuff.
No,
that was
it
great.
was not bad. But still, I'm like, I don't want to see people act like
Their
I don't.
fighting was good, though.
I don't want to see. The choreography was very good.
The fighting was good.
It was if you're gonna do like they did it the best way you possibly can.
If you're gonna do it in real life, yeah.
but there's some things you just
But even
can't
if they
see
didn't,
like that.
even if they didn't, and they did it like a cartoon, the storyline would have worked, and the way they serialized it
Yeah.
would have worked.
It's
So
like Dragon
that's
Ball
how you
should
do it.
never, ever be seen.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's like
I saw
I
it.
saw
Live
it
action?
15 minutes.
The
and I
live movie
said,
disgusting.
I need to be paid to watch this because I can't do this.
Yo, I saw
My
that
time is
movie.
valuable to me. I
I saw
can't
it in
do
the
that.
movies.
I saw
I
that
like
movie.
to. I like
In
to
the
laugh.
movies.
I did
I
not
did
see
too.
the movie.
I did too. I saw.
I
Yo,
believe
You
this
saw the movies?
fucking
I saw
podcast.
the
Wow,
When you wasted your-
I was not touching that
You
movie.
wasted your money.
You look at the trailer, you
did.
can tell it's trash.
I had
did.
faith that they might have been able
I had
to do something.
I had hopes. I was hoping.
Dude,
I was hoping.
I'm gonna break this bottle.
I had listen. I was hoping against hope, and I was disappointed every step of
I know
the way.
you're a big Dragon Ball
Oh.
fan. I'm a huge Fire Emblem guy. I'm a huge Shining Force. If they said the Shining Force move, I'm not paying for that shit. You better show me a trailer that looks good.
If it was a show, it would work better than a movie.
If it
No, it
was a
wouldn't
show, it would work.
Show
no,
Fire Emblem
not
would work
that.
as a
Dragon
show.
Ball, no.
No.
Fire Emblem has
Not
to be a
that.
show.
Fire
I'm
Emblem
talking
would
about
be-
certain-
Oh.
I'm talking
That's
about-
gotta
No,
be a
Fire
show.
Emblem would work as a show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
got yeah.
It'll work as a show.
It had to be a show.
like these all these shows that are like popular now,
Mhm.
like they're looking for the next like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They're looking for the next like they're doing
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings over. Is it on Netflix?
Banner Saga.
Are they
Make
doing
that a
Netflix?
series.
That's
I
no,
don't
that's
think Lord of the Rings is on Netflix.
That's
Banner
Lord of the
Saga.
Rings.
Not
Lord of the
sure.
Rings.
Banner Saga on
Wait.
Netflix.
Isn't it on Amazon? Right?
what.
Somebody
Probably.
bought Lord of the Rings TV show,
Oh
Really?
shit!
and
Really?
they're doing a TV show.
Huh. Wow.
Whether it be Netflix or Amazon, it's one of them. Might be Hulu.
That
I'm not sure.
surprisingly-
One of them.
That
Hulu,
surprisingly works
Netflix,
better
Amazon.
as a movie than it did as a non-cartoon, a fucking live action than a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the cartoon.
Oh my gosh.
The artwork was
Yikes.
gross. It's like the artwork in Banner Saga.
Yikes.
Very
Yeah.
old school and
Yeah.
like
Yikes!
Yikes.
Aragorn looked like he was 50. I was like, what the
The
fuck is
voice
this
acting
dude?
was very
Yeah, it was
not great.
suspect.
It was
But
just-
they're
Animation
starting
was
to-
good, but I mean,
But they're starting to show all that stuff that way because they're getting more money based on hourly things than just the
yeah.
movie.
yeah.
But I mean, how much is that gonna cost?
Like
Crazy.
like comes to mind, Phantasy Star. I want to see that like as an episodic anime. Like I don't want to see that people acting that shit out. I'd be sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I want to see
Well,
actors that I
nowadays-
know as Nie and Rolf and all that
well,
shit's fucking terrible.
nowadays they can do the effects to pull it off though. I mean, back in the day it would look like ass.
I
It
still
would
don't
look
want
like-
to see it though. I don't
Like
want to see it.
if they don't look like they're cosplaying, then it will work. But even cosplay now looks ridiculous.
Some people do. Some people do a
it.
really
It is
good
true.
Like, when
job.
you go
Yeah.
to Comic-Con, I saw this dude in a Black Panther concert.
the Black
What
Panther
was he
concert.
rapping? Was he
What do you-
rapping?
what do you
What was it?
perform?
What did rap? Did he
All
sing?
day, all day.
Perform.
Let me hear them bars.
But you sometimes can't even tell nowadays.
No. Some people do a really, really good
You
job.
might think it's the game sometimes. I'm like, yo, how did you get that picture? It looks like the game.
Yeah.
They do a crazy job with that shit. But I don't. I want to see my best shit that way though.
But to get back to Uncharted, so they got Hollywood actors to play the roles. The dude Sully was
That guy
Dude from Avatar.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
The
bad
old
guy
guy,
from
the old
from
guy.
Avatar.
but he was they played the parts fine.
Yeah.
They may not have looked exactly like
The acting
role,
wasn't bad.
but
No, the acting was
and the way
right.
he portrayed the character.
The acting was
very
right.
well.
The acting was right.
And the chick they got to play his wife, I wasn't all that for
You
her.
could replace it for anything.
But it could have been.
You could
whatever.
replace it for anybody.
Yeah.
She didn't do a bad job, but she didn't do
Yeah.
a good enough
She
job to
didn't
be
really
like,
look like her,
Yeah,
but I
it
mean,
was-
whatever. She acted the
She's fine.
part. It's fine.
you can replace
So
it.
the
with
way
all
that they worked together, I think that worked very well for the show, even though it was like 12 minutes, right, Kev?
I thought it was great.
Ah.
I thought it was great. I thought
Yeah,
it was
Kev,
awesome.
you've been
But
kinda
they
quiet.
added-
What was your favorite part?
But what's
Favorite
cool-
part was they was in the helicopter, right? They was in the helicopter.
no,
talking.
Definitely not a helicopter.
no, no,
Definitely not a
not
helicopter.
at all. So, well,
It was that scene though,
No,
when
that's
everything
great.
was coming down. Everything
No,
was coming
no,
down.
no.
toward-
No, that definitely was
What was
not
cool-
that
That didn't
either.
happen either.
what was
Wow.
cool about it was it was a storyline that wasn't in the game, but it felt like it could have been.
Yeah.
So they really did that part right, and like the humor in it, and they didn't go too serious. You knew it was kind of cheesy, but it was like, okay, he's doing the part, and then they actually did like. I wasn't a big fan of the part where they changed the camera to look like the game, but it looked good though.
I was into it.
some people are more into it.
Because, like, you remember that crappy Doom movie?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I was
I
just
hated
gonna say,
that. I
When
hated
they,
that.
When they
though.
went first person, I was like, yo,
I
that's
hated
kinda
that
dope.
though.
Not gonna front.
This
I
at
was
least
like,
looked better than that.
It reminded me of the game. It reminded me of the game.
Yeah, and
I
it was
just-
trash.
A first person
trash.
game should never be a fucking movie.
Duke Nukem is coming, right?
House
Is
of the Dead,
isn't
man.
John
House
Cena
of
gonna
the
be
Dead.
Duke Nukem?
I know.
Nah, I thought it was
Shouldn't-
supposed to be The Rock.
No, Duke Nukem.
Oh, God.
No, they shouldn't do
I
that.
think
Oh,
it's gonna be.
yeah,
I
he
think
was
that's gonna be
supposed
Cena. Oh man, wait until we see that.
Dear
Yikes.
God.
So you had Doom with The Rock, and then you have, if you can have that, you're gonna have him with
John
Cena.
Cena. That's
You know what?
That'd be great.
This is a
It's gotta be
random,
better than Doom.
this is a
shit.
random thought. I don't know, but it kind of links to what we're talking about. Kind of. Spy Hunter
Oh, that never came out.
never came.
Had
out.
a game.
The movie. It
Yeah.
had a game. The movie was filmed already.
Yeah,
The Rock.
Never came out.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Was
There was
the
no
main
mo-
character.
there was no money
They
for it.
filmed the whole movie and the shit never came out.
it was
The
so
game
bad.
Came out.
It was so bad. Then.
Wow, I want to see that fucking. If I
Me
could-
too.
Someone has it.
If
Someone has it.
Somebody owns
And
it.
that is on, that is on somebody's hard drive, along with so
Oh.
many other movies that were filmed
Well, they
that we
own it.
never got to see.
And
Just
they own
like
it.
the live action Sailor Moon.
I want to see that shit.
Oh,
There
I want
was
to see
one.
it.
That-
They
that's a
made
thing.
that?
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Are you serious?
How you know that?
Because I just read about it last week.
What?
No, it was a crazy story. It was a crazy story. No,
Wait,
it was like a. It was
Sailor
like a,
Moon.
Yeah,
Who'd they have to play
because of
Sailor
Power
Moon?
Rangers. No, because of Power Rangers, they wanted to make a live action Sailor Moon,
A porn star?
and it did not work. It did not work out.
Wait. Who was I? Before I lose this though, who was I talking to the other? I think I was talking to you. Somebody was or maybe it was you, who was thinking of a live action Berserk.
Oh yeah,
Nah, chill.
yeah. I said that.
Okay, it was you.
Yeah,
Okay.
the guy who recently got fired from
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Galaxy.
He was thinking of a live action Berserk.
He was hinting at doing a Berserk live action.
I'm half and half. I'm half and half.
Nope.
And then with all those old tweets he did, I understand why he wanted to do Berserk.
I'm half and half because medieval shit translates pretty well on the screen. If done the right way.
medieval part,
And
not the hell
but,
part.
But when you do
Not the
the
hell
imagery that's in that, I don't want to see. I don't want to
Not
see
live
rape.
action.
I don't.
Band of the Hawk, half of Band of the Hawk.
I don't
want
want to see rape. I don't want to see demons raping someone. I don't want to see.
Not in real.
Though
nah.
I'm curious to see the horse say, "I rape
No.
you."
No, man.
I'm curious
That
to
would
see the
not
horse.
be in there.
Nope.
That
course
would
it's
not
not
be
gonna
in
be
the
in it.
movie.
That's
But
true.
but I think it would reach too far, man. Like I don't.
That would have to be on Netflix, rated R as hell.
That would be so unsettling.
That couldn't be a movie.
The
couldn't be a
anime-
Hollywood movie.
The anime was so unsettling.
Maybe it would be
Yeah,
better.
it's so.
Maybe they would fix that part and just make it not that.
What if
they,
fanboys are gonna be like,
Oh, they get
"Oh
pissed
my
off.
god, it's not accurate."
Yeah. They'd be like, there's no
Nah,
blood.
man.
It'll be PG-13.
There's no.
Yeah.
Please, please,
that-
PG-13.
There's no winning.
Owned by Disney.
There's no winning.
Oh, hell
Berserk
yeah.
owned by
Owned
Disney.
by Disney. Like,
Oh, you mean Guts is gonna be a Disney
They
prince?
probably
now?
do own them, don't they?
Yep.
They probably do own
They're
it.
gonna have singing and shit. And
They own
Oh
everything.
man.
Terrible.
They own
I'm
everything
so
now.
upset that I lost my hair.
It's a whole presentation. It's like,
I
oh, this
slay
is.
100 men.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, that shit is horrible.
I would be curious though. If they made it that cheesy, I'd be like, all right, what parts did they fuck up? Let me check it out.
man.
Terrible.
Let
Waste
me
of time.
check it out. But I'm very. I'm sorry. Go, Al.
I
Go.
was gonna say real quick, the Tomb Raider reboot movie that
Yeah.
came out. Does anybody know how it did in the box
It
office?
didn't do good.
Didn't
It
do
didn't
well.
do good?
Did
Didn't
not
do
do well.
I
Not
didn't
at
see
all.
it.
I didn't
No.
see it. Jay
So
saw it.
I saw all the new video game movies,
You saw it?
and I'd have to say it wasn't a bad movie.
Okay.
She was a little small for the role.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that, she's supposed to be Diesel and big and everything, but she was just very tiny.
Yeah.
And it
Height-wise?
threw me out of the role that she did. She did a good job playing it.
What do you mean, like
And she
tall
was
or
toned.
like just very petite?
She was just small, like
Really?
a small girl, yeah.
Hmm.
And she didn't look like she would be able to beat the hell out of anybody, but she was toned and she
Lara
played the
Croft
part.
strikes me as like a 5'7".
Yeah, she was very tiny.
Yeah, like a 5'7".
And I was against
chick.
everyone saying that she was too tiny when I was reading, watching the trailer and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, stop acting like that. Just watch the movie.
Yeah.
But watching the movie, she was very small.
Wow.
Wow.
And the plot, I mean, I didn't think the movie was bad. It was
Okay.
definitely not good though. Like,
It was a B movie?
6.
it was a B movie, yeah.
Okay.
So it was like,
All right.
it was good, and then they got to the part where, oh, this is the plot, and then you do this, and then this part happens, and then, like, you're telling the plot in 2 minutes.
Like Resident Evil. All right.
Like the second, like you're doing your movie your
Okay.
way, you're doing
Resident
your
Evil.
movie your way, and it's like we
Right.
got to get here because this has the jewel that's here, and this jewel does this, and I was like, yo, you're telling the whole thing in 2 minutes, and then you're gonna go on to your other thing. That's a bad thing about video
Wow.
game movies when they tell you the story like that.
What about
Let it work its way out,
Uwe
and then
Boll.
you do it.
Uwe
No,
Boll?
no, we're not talking about him. No.
He's
So,
the worst guy ever.
the
He's
other
he's
two, the
worst.
other one that came out
Right.
was Rampage. That was actually great.
Rampage is good?
I liked. That's probably my favorite video game movie
Really?
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 that came out. That's the video
Was it
game
because
movie.
of Negan?
Was it because of The Rock?
He was good. He was good. The Rock was
Negan.
good.
He was
No,
Negan, right? It wasn't anybody
Yeah, he was
else.
Negan.
Yeah,
He
it was
was
Negan.
But
Still fucking
I know that the plot didn't follow the game exactly. They weren't scientists who turned into monsters.
Obviously. Right.
But the way they did it and how vicious they made these monsters,
Mhm.
it was very entertaining.
Can I ask you
Okay.
one question? Did you have a monster on a building reach in and grab someone and eat them?
Yes,
Yes, they actually did
they
that.
did.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
they did do that.
You have to.
They had the chick in the red dress, and I was like, "Oh shit, they did that!"
You have to. If you do Rampage, that's
Yeah.
just you have to snatch a chick in the red dress. And, ow.
Because there wasn't much. They weren't really going for the game. The game was boring and repetitive,
Yeah.
so they weren't really going for a game structured thing. So I didn't care about them just breaking buildings.
You gotta
Who
pay
cares?
homage to that though.
But they
You
did
do.
play those parts in it, and I think that the movie did justifiably well as far as entertaining me through it.
Okay.
So I give them credit for
I
that
was
one.
curious
Surprised.
about it. I
Yeah,
was curious.
That didn't do too well either, though, as far as
No.
I
Nah,
mean-
making
it
the money.
did all right. I think. I
It
think
didn't
hit-
do too
No.
I don't
great.
think it doubled its budget.
No.
I don't think it made its money back.
No.
It didn't lose money. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know.
The
I'm
Rock's
a
like,
fan.
you're gonna get a good one, and you're gonna get a bad one.
Yeah, I
don't
know it'll be.
I still get paid.
I get
know.
paid. I don't have to go back to wrestling. So I'm
I
good.
know. I know that movie probably did better than Skyscraper.
Oh, that
so-
flopped like shit. I heard.
So yeah.
Yeah, it flopped bad.
It opened big in China.
Did it? What
It
doesn't?
did.
Actually, Power Rangers didn't open.
And
big
that's
in
all you
China.
need.
Exactly.
That's all you need, though.
And it's funny because
a global box
like,
office.
Yep.
That was
you would think in
over
China,
there, you
of
think it
all
would be
places,
better.
it would open big in China.
oh
But,
Japan.
or Japan. But
But
Some
I
of
was
them
mad.
maybe that
I was
could
mad
either.
about that because I like
China
that movie.
used to be
yo,
the
no,
market.
seriously, that movie was very well done.
What
Yeah.
good? What
Power
movie?
Rangers. Power Rangers, the new one.
Fuck that movie.
That was a great movie.
Actually,
well
I saw
done.
it.
That was a
it
good
was
movie.
good.
I don't like the suits.
I don't care.
Nah, who cares?
Nah.
I don't care
I don't like
anyway.
suits.
You don't
It was
care
good.
anyway. That was very good.
Power Rangers.
So hold on, you for the spandex?
I never
over
watched-
those suits?
I don't like suits.
I never watched the show.
I didn't watch. I didn't like the spandex. I didn't
No,
watch the
listen.
show. That was you that rushed home from high school to watch it.
No,
That wasn't me.
I was watching Tiny Toons Adventures.
Motherfucker, you used to record that
Listen,
shit. Fuck out of here.
I never, I never
Tiny
watched.
Toons.
Me as a person that never watched the show,
And
I watched the
Pokemon.
old one.
I never watched.
Mighty
it.
Morphin. I used to.
I
watch.
never watched any of them shits. Right? I don't know anything about Power
They were
Rangers.
so cheesy, though. Shit.
They were
But
so
I
cheesy.
enjoyed
They
the
were
movie.
super campy.
Not knowing anything about Power Rangers, I watched the shit and I thought it was really good.
The Game Gear game though. That shit's fire.
That was awesome.
That shit's dope.
Game Gear Power.
That
yeah,
shit's
that was
dope.
awesome.
I ain't front. That shit is awesome.
But I think so. Just to get back to Uncharted.
Oh yeah,
Man,
that's right.
fuck Uncharted, man. What they
So-
do with his neck?
So listen, they were gonna
Dude with his
With this
neck.
damn
because
neck.
Eric doesn't know who he is. That's why he's like, this guy. He looks like who is Jason Bateman?
No. I had,
Did you say
no,
that?
dude. I have to admit, you hyped it up though. He's like, yeah, he looks just like Nathan
He
Drake. I
did.
said, this looks like Jason Bateman.
He's older.
Just
He looks-
chilling. Like this don't look nothing like Nathan Drake.
If you look
It
at
looked
a
like
picture,
Nathan Drake's older brother or something.
if you looked at a picture with him and Nathan Drake, he is he's like a living Nathan Drake.
Man.
He's obviously 15 to 18 years older now.
Man,
Christ.
then get someone else. Yo, Nick Lachey would have played the
Oh,
role
man.
fine. It looks just like Nathan Drake. All you gotta do is give him some acting
Yeah,
lessons
you
and
give
look
him that.
just.
God.
He looks just like him.
You put him in
He
there.
look just like him.
That's
You
Wow.
make your own
Chris
fan
Redfield.
film.
Wow.
Saying.
He ain't gonna lack
You
though.
make your own fan film with Nicholas
Just
Shea.
saying,
Wow.
he would do a good job.
I'm sure it'll get a
Give him a
million
couple
hits.
of months of fucking
If he
acting.
can sing,
Wow.
That's the Disney version.
yeah, exactly. A musical.
Nicholas
Uncharted the musical.
Every
Come
time
in.
he was laughing, I saw that like that old neck. I was like, damn, that's not Nathan Drake, man.
Just wow.
But
Come on.
Just saying.
people want him to still be him. They want this to be a TV
Let
show.
it go, guys.
They want this to actually work. And if you look at stuff that's kind of like it, Deadpool was not a thing until it had that little thing that they threw out online.
Yeah.
And then it became the movie.
That they
Yeah, that it
accidentally
leaked. Not leaked. It leaked.
They leaked.
It leaked.
Okay.
But when that hit like that, it made a show. When the Mortal Kombat thing hit, it made a show. Whether it be the same, it's never the same exact show. But actually, the Deadpool was the same.
Yeah,
It's
that,
pretty much the
that
same.
sequence was still in the
It
movie.
was in
and
the
I
thing.
loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
But generally, they put these things out as feelers to see if people would actually watch it. I mean, if it's on Netflix, I think it would kill. I think it would do great. If it was in the movies, hard sell because he's older now. The fan base would still want to see it, but
They're better off.
they're
with
gonna do the one
episodes.
with Spider-Man. He's the main guy. Dude, the kid who plays Spider-Man right now.
Mhm.
Was it
Okay.
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
They have him for the kid version of.
That works.
Actually, they have him as him, and I don't know when they're gonna do the movie.
As
He's
the
probably
kid
gonna do
version,
it.
right? Kid,
They
kid,
have him as Drake right now.
kid,
Young
kid,
Nathan
kid
Drake?
young Nathan Drake.
As Nathan Drake.
Wait, not current.
As Nathan Drake. It's not being done yet. He's gonna be older by the time they do it, so I don't know if he's gonna play kid or him or not.
That ain't gonna work at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause he's what, 20?
What is this like Harry
Wait,
Potter?
who's
Yeah.
21?
It's good.
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
That kid looks like he's 15 years old.
He's 20. He's
21.
playing a 15.
You know how motherfuckers the older the actors or whatever they
Yo,
get
he-
younger.
So he's
That is
gonna-
not
he can
Nathan
bulk
Drake.
up.
That's a young Nathan Drake.
Well, he's
yeah,
not gonna-
so
Wow.
he could play the young roles.
they want him to play him for the next 15 years.
They need
though.
to chill.
So
But he's also
they're
gonna be
starting-
Uncharted ain't that big.
Yeah.
It ain't that big.
Not
Uncharted-
now. Yeah, both.
It's over. Uncharted's done. Ain't that big. 15
That's
years.
true.
Fuck out of here. Ain't that
Nathan
big.
Drake is retired.
Do it episodes. Do episodes. They'll
Nah,
be good.
Man, they did the.
Well,
the
right now
fucking-
they have him
the DLC.
as Nathan Drake.
Change that shit.
And everybody wants Nathan Fillion to still be Nathan Drake.
Nah, that motherfucker's too old.
So how about you have him play old Drake?
Yeah, you got
Nathan
Chloe.
Drake and
Wait,
have
if
the
he
other one play
played
the young.
Nathan Drake after the last one I played, the Lost Chapters, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not the 1, 2,
Have him
and
tell
3,
the
and
story.
4. Fuck
Listen,
that shit.
listen, have him tell a story, have a little adventure himself, and then flashback into young.
And then
version
if
of
they
him.
want him to do it, like do one last adventure, that'll be fine. But like,
Yeah.
you can't have him go through 1, 2, and 3 with that old ass neck. You can't do that shit. That shit
Relax.
ain't gonna work.
Yo, why
it ain't
you
gonna work.
CG.
It ain't gonna work.
CG.
I'm just
CG.
saying, man.
Listen, they just made everyone in Disney 30 years younger.
The thing is,
they could do it.
no,
All
the
right?
thing is,
Relax.
if you got gray ass hair, they could always dye it.
No,
if you're
they
losing
changed
your
your
hair,
face.
no, but the motherfucker's got an old ass neck when he yells. He's got them two things that
Yo.
pop out.
Yo,
You can't
yo.
have him looking all. Nah,
yeah, you
man.
can. You can. They did it in Tron. Remember the movie Tron?
Fuck, I didn't see that shit. That shit was in and out of theaters.
Jeff Bridges. They made him mad. They made him mad fucking young. They made him
Yes,
look young.
they can
I don't
make you younger.
I don't know
Eric.
how the fuck they did
Professor
that.
X.
That's
They did it
gonna
with
take too
Professor
much.
X.
It's gonna
They
take
did it
away
with
the
Professor
X.
authenticity,
They did it with
man.
Nah, that
They
shit
did it
look-
with
that shit look-
Superman.
That's gonna take it away, man. Tell you, it's gonna take it away.
They took his mustache
Nah,
off.
man.
You didn't care.
No, with
Actually, that
technology.
movie just sucked.
Nah, fuck that. We don't need technology to make a neck look young. Fuck that shit. It's got an old ass neck. Shit's a wrap. Just saying. Shit's a
Fucking
wrap.
stupid.
You can't do it, man.
So that being said, he can still play Nathan Drake.
I'm sure there's somebody out there. I'm sure there's a starving artist, an actor out there that would be perfect for the fucking role.
Let me pick Nathan Drake. Line up like 20 dudes.
Oh wow!
Pause.
Look, on Twitter, old
Yeah.
ass neck is trending on Twitter.
Old ass.
Old ass
Say,
neck.
old ass neck.
I gotta get you a
But-
shirt. Old ass neck.
To get to the point, though,
What's that?
I think that they cracked the code on making video game stuff work as far as serializing it.
Episodic.
Yeah, not movies right now. It'll come. The day for movies will come after everyone's tired of this video game stuff. Then video games will be the main thing. They
What do
already
you-
did
what do you
books.
think?
They already did that. They already did any new stories they're gonna do with the games. It will work out, or not right now. So just do the serialized episodic stuff.
They gotta get the
and
right
it'll
people
fine.
making the right decisions.
I have a
Our
question.
generation can do it.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Do you think they will make a successful video game movie in our lifetime?
Yes.
As successful
Absolutely.
As in, like, it's
number one this
it's
week.
number one, not this week, but
Within
like
the next
for
10
the
years,
year.
there will be
Yeah,
that resurgence.
Maybe.
Movie of the year. I'm talking about, like Marvel.
Movie of the
Like,
year?
There's no movie of the year.
No movie of the year.
Marvel.
No
movie
Marvel
has
movie's been movie of the year.
I mean,
I'm
unless
saying,
you-
like,
unless
Marvel
you count, like
status.
MTV Movie Awards
Yeah,
movie of the
yeah.
year. Yeah.
Well, they said Black Panther was up for some like crazy stuff.
Really?
Marvel-
Yeah,
Marvel
it beat.
status.
I think it beat Infinity War for Movie of the Year.
Black
MTV
Panther beat
Awards.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but I mean
Wow.
like
Wow.
Oscars and stuff. They wanted that in the running. I was like, whoa, really?
Whoa. Black Panther.
I know the power of it. Yes, it was a very
Wow.
powerful movie.
Wow.
and
It was a
meant-
good
was.
movie.
It meant a lot.
Yeah.
To a
And,
lot of
and
people.
Logan was up for an Oscar too for
Yeah.
supporting actor.
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
He
'cause
didn't win though.
Killed it.
I didn't. You know, I didn't like Wolverine.
You didn't like
Wolverine.
Logan?
You saw a bootleg.
I didn't like Logan too
You need to
much.
watch the real movie.
I
You
just.
saw a bootleg.
I didn't see it.
That shit
I
had
know, it's
Chinese
just-
subtitles.
I didn't
It
even
was
see it.
alright. It was
That movie
alright.
was dope.
I
That movie
really,
was
I
dope.
really liked it.
No, I mean like it wasn't bad acting, bad story. I'm not shitting on it as a
Yeah.
movie. I just didn't really like the.
Okay.
I just wasn't.
No,
feeling
I
it
know.
like
That's
that.
how I felt about
Yeah.
Old Snake.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
comic.
I hate Old Snake.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
and
not
I didn't
a
like
fan
that
of
he
it.
was weak. Like I didn't like that Wolverine had a weakness.
I didn't like the
Yeah.
comic series,
So,
man.
but I mean, that was it.
But I never saw the movie.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, you should check it.
Old
It's-
Snake, he grows on you. He grows on you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
Like gray hair.
But yeah, to answer Al's question, I think in our lifetime they will absolutely make a video game series that.
Put a time on it. What's the bet?
Yeah, what's the bet? Yeah, let's do that.
What's the bet?
By
All right.
2005.
What's successful? Makes
Alright.
more money than it costs,
you said,
or like
you said 2 years.
No, I didn't say 2 years.
Who said 2
I
years?
said
Somebody-
10 years.
Somebody said
I
2
said
years.
within 10 years.
I would say decade, maybe 15 years, because.
You still got another decade of Marvel.
Exactly.
They did a decade already.
Hollywood is claiming it's fatigued from these comic book movies, but
Video
still,
game movies.
They're
They
still
still
all
sell.
breaking records.
they're still
No,
So-
they're just claiming fatigue of Star Wars. That's it.
all right.
That's it.
So-
I'm gonna make a prediction right now.
I'll say
Okay.
15
Go ahead,
years.
go ahead.
Actually, a prediction and a statement.
Okay.
What's that?
Prediction is that the first successful video game movie, if it is made, because I hear rumors of it being made,
Disney's Mario.
will be Metal Gear.
Disney's Mario.
Metal Gear, huh?
And
No.
and my statement is the one good thing about Wolverine was that despite his age, he didn't have that old ass neck, man. So once you have the old
Because
neck,
they could take it away.
once you have the old
Point
neck,
made.
it's a wrap.
How are we still talking about
Point
next?
Just letting you know,
Wow.
How are we still
They
talking about
took it
next?
away, Eric.
because he could be 50. He didn't have the old neck.
They took it away.
No,
How we
like,
still-
he just,
Nah, he
he
just
took
worked
care.
out.
He's worked out, took care of
He
himself.
He fought a younger
Thank you,
version
Chalk.
of himself.
Thank you, Chalk.
Kev, what
Thank
do you
you.
think? What do you think?
About what?
I think it's gonna be Metal Gear though.
The first, all right, no, the first successful video game,
I think it'll be something you don't know.
The Legend of Zelda.
I knew it.
It's gonna be The Legend.
Can I have more?
Yes, because that's
It's gonna be The Legend of Zelda. That's
Because-
gonna do it. That's gonna do it.
because that supporting cast is gonna hold that whole movie down. Right? That supporting cast,
That's gonna be
Who
dreadful.
else is in the movie?
That's
Kev?
gonna be a dreadful
Doesn't
movie.
matter. It's
So it's
gonna
gonna be like Labyrinth.
Make
They're
it
gonna have
make it a
puppets?
cartoon. Make it
They're
a
gonna have
cartoon.
they're gonna have Muppets.
Since we
It's
changed,
gonna be a CG movie.
He said
It's gonna work.
Muppets.
Since we completely changed Al's question,
So-
Yeah. No, since we changed
Oh,
the
he
question.
said-
I said Metal Gear.
No.
No, he
since
said,
you,
do
no,
you think how
that
many
wasn't a
years?
question.
no. Since you made a
Oh,
prediction.
how many years? I don't know. Whenever that comes out. The fuck? I don't know when it's coming out. How many years? Fuck.
You totally changed my question. My
Well-
question is, do you think it's gonna happen in your lifetime?
Well, Metal Gear will come out in my lifetime, so yeah.
And when will that happen?
I don't work for the company. I don't know. Ask them.
It's a prediction, you motherfucker.
I just predicted that it's gonna come out
The timeline. What's the timeline?
I
What's your
can't
prediction on the
with y'all.
timeline?
I can't. With
later this week.
All right. So you obviously failed this.
I give it 2 years. 2 years for Metal Gear. Metal Gear will come out in
2 years. Okay.
2 years.
2 years for Metal
years.
Gear, and you say for
10
for
years.
10 years for Zelda.
10 years.
I feel
Well,
like
you don't even have a movie.
I have 2 movies.
It's
that I'm
gonna be
thinking of.
Halo. Halo
Everybody's gonna do
in
the
5 years.
Everybody's gonna do the finger.
Right?
It's either Halo or Gears of War.
Everybody's doing
You and Kevin are so predictable.
Yeah, well, I'm not too far off because I was gonna say Tetris.
Ain't gonna
I
be no
know
Tetris movie.
There is a Tetris
There
movie.
is a
It's
Tetris
been in the
movie.
works. It's been in the works.
There's
What?
That's
Really?
7 years. Yes.
There's a Tetris trilogy.
What
Yes.
the? Wait.
It's
how?
been in the works. The
A
shit's
tr-
already done.
a
The
trilogy?
fucking-
I don't think that's
How
going
do
to be
you mean?
successful at all.
I don't know.
I just
don't
know it's in the works.
How would
I
that
don't know
work?
how they're gonna do it. I have no fucking idea anything about it.
Oh my
All I
God.
know is that
A
there
Tetris
is
movie?
there is a Tetris
Wow.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
in the works.
Yep.
Wow.
I just don't know when the fuck it's gonna come out or anything about it. But I'm gonna predict within the
That's
next
just gonna flop
within
like shit.
10 years. Within 10 years, the Tetris movie.
I think that I'm not going to say the name. Well, I guess so.
And
Mario.
I'm sorry, I can't say that because I remember when I heard they were coming out with a Angry Birds movie. I remember reading the article and thinking to myself, get the fuck
That shit
outta
came
here.
out fast too.
How the fuck
shit
are they
came
gonna
out
come out
fast.
with an Angry Birds? This fucking
And
game
didn't they
just
make a
came out.
sequel?
This game,
no sequel.
no, there's no sequel.
Not
This-
okay.
This fucking game just came out. It blew up within a year, and already
It
they're
took
making
3
a
years.
fucking movie.
It took 3 years.
However, the movie wasn't bad, and it actually did really. It's actually the highest grossing video game movie
Mhm.
of all the video game movies that ever came out. So,
So that's why
so then
my
when
pick.
I saw Tetris, I'm like,
That's
oh.
my pick.
And Mario, you said.
That's why my pick is going to be Mario if it's done in a Pixar type of way.
Okay.
That would be a major.
absolutely.
You know what?
major
So
step.
John Leguizamo won't be returning.
No,
Okay.
maybe as a voice.
You know what? To go with that though, they do.
How
have
funny would that be?
I would fucking die.
Nintendo and Universal Studios
Like Mario?
have
Ooh,
combined.
that's too soon.
Nintendo and Universal Studios got together and they're doing a Nintendo Land, like an actual Nintendo
Roger Rabbit was
Land
dope though.
Yes.
that you can go in, like kids can play. So they have Hyrule, they have fucking Donkey Kong.
Kev's like
area.
Hyrule.
Yes.
Oh.
They got-
We got Master Sword coming off.
Oh.
I
No,
think
but they
Captain.
actually-
I
they
think
actually
Captain
do
N
have-
is going to be the biggest grossing.
They have it.
They
in,
need to. They need to get that
They're
done.
actually
Captain
working on
N
it
was
as we
ill.
speak. They're
I
working
like
on
that
it as we
show.
speak.
That's awesome.
Mega.
You know what's funny?
2020 is when the park is actually gonna have that. It's supposed to be
I'm
finished.
telling you,
so-
man, it's going to be their time.
I don't
soon.
even know why we liked Captain in that cartoon.
Oh, it's
Because
a
Mega
terrible
Man was
cartoon.
terrible.
Because it's all
Simon
we had.
Belmont was awful.
Well, excuse
all we
me.
had.
Link was a douchebag. Everyone sucked on that
It's
show.
all
Kid
we
Icarus kept saying
had.
Icarus after everything he said.
That was it, though. There's nothing.
That
There
was
was
funny.
nothing.
Pitt was
Icarus.
Pitt sucked, right?
It was all
Yeah,
we
he
had,
sucked.
bro.
Everyone was awful, right?
Yeah. Game Boy was pretty ill.
No, Mother Brain was hilarious. Mother Brain was hilarious.
Mother
was
Brain
fun.
was Feed Me Seymour.
Yeah, Freeman Seymour.
Yeah, do it.
King Hippo and Eggplant was they were great.
That was
Yeah,
actually
they were
pretty
actually
fun.
great characters.
Yeah, it was funny.
That ain't gonna be no movie, so
Not better not. I don't want it in a movie.
we
That's
needed to
too
come
much.
back though. We need to start a petition. Let's
Yeah.
start a petition to bring back Captain.
Make it a game.
Seriously.
Make it a
Put
game.
on Netflix.
Catman Netflix.
Put him in fucking Smash Brothers.
I always thought that,
That
man.
That would be
sick.
amazing.
I always thought Captain N should
With
be
a
in it.
zapper.
You
Fuck
put the
yeah.
princess and him in it. Fuck it.
Or the guy from GamePro. Remember the
Yeah.
guy
Oh,
with
TV?
the baton or whatever, the orange outfit with the goggles.
Oh,
GamePro
God.
magazine.
No, man.
Oh, I'm talking about Game Fan. Yeah, Game Pro.
GamePro,
awful.
yeah, GamePro.
I remember
Awful.
that.
Oh, wow. Bad mascot.
That was
And
horrible.
On that note,
He was like an 80s fucking.
that ends.
But he
today's
didn't have an
show.
old neck though.
That ends today. Regardless of whoever is going to be playing Drake in this series, hopefully he could tell us who
Nathan?
Kiki is.
Hopefully
Anyway,
Kev-
thank you.
See?
That's why you dropped your belt like an
What
idiot,
the
because that wasn't
fuck?
even smooth. That was corny.
Nope.
No one even knows what you're talking
Doesn't
about.
matter.
That was bad.
Next time, maybe Kev will watch the show.
Yes.
Maybe Kev will participate in the podcast and
Yeah.
actually
Next
do his
time-
research.
Next time, he may let you know what he thought about it.
Stay tuned, man. Thank you for checking out the Level 857 Video Game Podcast or listening to it. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher.com, Podcast.com. You got an Android phone or an iPhone, Podcaster app, Level 857. That's where it's at. If you
Just
check,
subscribe, like it, tell your friends, and we out.
no, man, you got to tell. No. Check us
No,
out.
that's it.
8 p.m.
It's fine.
Live on Twitch every other Wednesday. And YouTube channel every day, 12 p.m.
Every date?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Level 857
Look,
games.
no-
Yep.
All right, guys.